Hi, this is a quick preview of version 2 of the ETF Trading Bandit, which I've been working on over the last month and will be being released next week. So with version 1, you were able to get all of the signals for all of the high probability strategies, but you had to open up the strategy that you were interested in and you had to select the long or short entry and exit, and the signals would pop up on the right hand side, which is all very nice, but one of the most requested features was to be able to see all of these signals for the current day all rolled up onto one screen, so that you didn't have to make a choice between all of the strategies and press a lot of buttons. So that is the primary feature of version 2 that is different from version 1, and it's presented here in this summary screen. So on my system, I have got a list of 665 ETFs, and these are the non-inverse, non-leveraged ETFs, and so I've put them all into the system, and I've got my data update that works in the same way as it did in version 1. But now all of the strategies have run independently, and they're presented now in columns rather than in rows. For the present day. So you can see that we have a column for each of the strategies, and if you look down the rows, each row is for a particular ETF, and you can look across the row and you can see if a signal is firing today in any of the strategies. So for instance, here in AFK you can see there is a new buy signal for the RSI 2575 strategy. There's a buy signal for the 3-day high-low. There's a buy signal for R3 and %B and RSI 10-6-90-94, and there's a second unit purchase for TPS, and I'll get into what that means in just a second. One thing I should point out before I do that is you can sort this list any way you like, and you can filter it any way you like. You can do quick filtering by going in. So I have 665 symbols here, but if I wanted to filter this down to, say, the ETFs beginning with G, I just type in G in here, and now I just get all the Gs. I can further type to GLD, and I get down to the gold ETF. If I just want to look at buy signals in RSI 2575, I could type buy in here, and it will filter that right away. If I wanted to sort the signals so I got the buys appearing at the top of the list, I can just click on the header of the strategy I'm interested in, and you can see how the list updates automatically when you do this. And that's just some of the ways that you can manipulate this grid of results. One of the other things that is included now is this second unit purchase, and if you look in TPS, it goes down to the fourth unit purchase. And what this is in Larry Connor's book, High Probability ETF Trading, there's always the first entry, and then there's an aggressive version of the strategies. In version 1 of the ETF Trading Bandit, it never told you the aggressive purchase. It only ever told you the simple first purchase. But now all of the strategies have been implemented with their full, complete code, so that you can get the first purchase, you can get the aggressive second unit, and in the case of TPS, there are actually 4 scaling points. And the TPS strategy, if you've read the book, you'll know that the first purchase is only a 10% purchase. Whenever there's a second signal comes in, you buy 20% of the position, third is 30%, and fourth is 40%. So after the fourth buy, you will have a full position. Well, all of those are now shown in the column. Right now you can see that if I sort this, we can see that there's a bunch of buys have come in on these various ETFs. If I come down the list, I've got there are some second unit purchases, and finally there is a fourth unit buy down here. Now you can also double click on any of these signals, and you'll see another change, which is in the charting. The charting has been improved somewhat. Now there's an overlay with arrows, and the arrows will show you where the actual buy points are and the sell points are. So a green up arrow is a purchase, a red down arrow is a sell. So if we look at this time frame here where my cursor is, we can see that there were 4 purchases, and this is the TPS strategy. So there's a 10% purchase here, 20%, 30%, and the 4th unit was purchased down here, and a sale was occurred up here with the red arrow. So all in all, you can immediately see that this particular set of signals with the sell, it probably broke even on that. But if you look down through the chart history, you get to see all of the places where there were buys and sells, and you can see and get a feel for whether the strategy was working during that time. If you look down in the bottom of the chart, now instead of there being 2 separate windows with long entries and short entries, now everything is rolled into one window. So you have the whole strategy is down here. Whenever there is a buy, you'll get a signal in the lower part of the window. The second purchase will be another signal, and so on and so forth. And all together, it's all capped with this black bar, which shows you the duration of the trade. Also, this window will show you the short sales as well, so you don't have to bring up a separate chart to see the short sales. It's all on one chart. Also, as previously, if you ever click on a different strategy, so I'll click on the RSI 10.6, you can see there's a second unit purchase in this ETF, and I double clicked on that, and my chart has been updated, and I can see where the second unit purchase is. And you can see now the chart, again, it's got an overlay, but this time the overlay is specifically for the RSI 10.6 1994 strategy, because that was the column that I clicked on. And the charts all still have the indicators that were used in making up or calculating the signals for the strategy. So there's the 200 period moving average here, the 5 period moving average up here, and in the lower window there's the RSI signals, and you can see when they cross the respective thresholds that the signal gets generated. So this is a major change to the program, and it's a brand new version, and the release date is next Friday. Anybody who currently has version 1 of the ETF Trading Bandit will get a free upgrade to version 2. So next Friday, all you have to do is just run the program that you currently have, and you'll automatically be updated to this version. And anyone who doesn't have it, now would be the best time to buy it, because when version 2 is released next Friday, the price will be increased as well for version 2. But if you already have version 1, you will get a free upgrade to version 2. That is basic summary of the features, the new features that are in version 2. It's a very exciting release because of the additional power of seeing everything all on one screen, and including all of the aggressive versions of the strategies, and allowing you to see them on the chart in a much nicer way. So there it is. I would love to hear any feedback that you have on what you've seen today in this video, and if you could just email me at chrisw@edgerator.com and just let me know what you think about these new features, whether you like them, and just generally what you think, and I will really appreciate it. Thanks for listening, and look forward to releasing this on Friday.